It's now my distinct pleasure to introduce a man and company that helped get us this mission built. Federal Home Loan Bank of San Francisco awarded the rescue mission $1.5 million. Today we have the pleasure to have Kevin Blackburn, the bank's Assistant Vice President, Legislative and Regulatory Affairs, with us. In this capacity, he works with members of Congress and their staffs, state and national trade organizations in banking, residential construction, affordable and fair housing, to educate them on the role of the FHL Bank that it plays in mortgage finance, community economic development, and affordable housing development. Kevin, on behalf of the Coachella Valley Rescue Mission, we appreciate your support. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Kevin Blackburn.
What a day. Wow, this is wonderful. I am honored to be here. Good morning. Floyd, thank you for that kind introduction. And, you know, before I go into my prepared remarks, I just have to say that today is the kind of day that really reaffirms not only my faith in God as a Christian, but our faith in man, because, you know, the scripture tells us that faith without works is dead. And it is just apparent today that with all the work that has been done, all the many hands that have labored, the minds that have labored to put this facility together, Ed, I'm sorry you had a headache, but I like the colors too. It is just a wonderful day, so thank you for having us. I'm honored to be here also among you and with the distinguished guests that are here today, the elected officials, the Executive Director, Darla Burkett, and of course Congresswoman Mary Bono Mack. It was just about 8 months ago or so, I guess, I was here. There were a couple of walls up the first time I came down to look at the facility, and what is here today was not apparent then. But Darla diligently took me to the plans and started showing me everything that was going to take place, and it's just really a blessing to be here today. You know, this is the part of my job that I enjoy the most, when we have an opportunity to see how sound public policy, which in this example took place in 1932 when the Federal Home Loan Bank system was created to provide liquidity to bank savings and loans and credit unions, with the public sector coming together through the County of Riverside to be able to put the land together, the faith-based community. It's really an example of what we all can do when we come together for a common goal and a common mission. How many of you have ever heard of the Federal Home Loan Bank? A few of you. Okay, good, good. Well, you'll know, those of you who are familiar with us, that our name is really a misnomer. We're not federal. We don't give home loans. And we're not a bank in the traditional sense. But what we do, however, is provide liquidity, as I mentioned, to our member institutions. And we have 370 or so member institutions that are the Federal Home Loan Bank of San Francisco members. They're our owners and our customers. But in total, there are 12 banks that serve the country. Our region is California, Nevada, and Arizona. And one of the things that you say, well, what is the relevance of the Home Loan Bank of San Francisco here in the Coachella Valley? In the 45th Congressional District, we have 11 members that operate 52 branches and have pledged in excess of $350 million in collateral to provide for mortgage lending, additional mortgage lending, and community and economic development. And even though today we're very far removed from what goes on in the Beltway and on Capitol Hill, it was in fact Congress that created the affordable housing program that provided the $1.5 million grant for this facility. The affordable housing program gives 10% of the Federal Home Loan Bank's earnings on an annual basis to organizations that develop affordable housing, targeting families and individuals that earn 80% or less of the area median income. And so here in the Congresswoman Bono's district, in the last 15 years or so, we've given away $16 million to 25 different projects that range from senior housing to migrant farm worker housing to multifamily housing to disabled housing to the Coachella Valley Rescue Mission. And so we are really proud and thrilled to be a part of that. And, you know, we're still dealing with very difficult economic times, brought on no doubt by the housing crisis. And just like the politicians were, as Floyd joked, you know, if you're willing to stand up, yes, I'm willing to stand up to say that I am a banker, but we're the good guys. And not that all bankers are bad, don't misunderstand me, okay? But what we do, you know, is help people buy homes. That is our mission. And now, unfortunately, it's helped them stay in their homes. We're in a tremendous fight to get out of this, you know, economic storm that we're in. But in order to weather the storm, it really takes hard work from powerful advocates like our keynote speaker, Representative Mary Bono Mack. A longtime desert resident, the Congresswoman is well known to the people of the Coachella Valley and the entire 45th Congressional District, which she has represented for the past 14 years as a member of the U.S. House of Representatives. The Congresswoman sits on the prestigious Energy and Commerce Committee, and it's worth mentioning that she is the first woman to chair the subcommittee on commerce, manufacturing, and trade. As a chairman of this important subcommittee, she has focused her agenda on policies that support job creation as a top priority. By putting people back to work and helping to revive our economy, we can reduce the number of individuals and families who depend on assistance provided at facilities such as this. Until that goal is achieved, however, it is essential to have allies in Washington who are willing to stand up and help those less fortunate members of our community. A longtime supporter of efforts to end homelessness and feed the hungry, Congresswoman Bono Mack has been instrumental in securing millions of dollars in federal funding for this district to support organizations like this that help reach out to the homeless, as well as the Coachella Valley Rescue Mission. Please join me in welcoming our Congresswoman and the individual who stands with us in our fight against hunger and homelessness, Congresswoman Mary Bono Mack.